over 16,000 spoken for. What we're talking about here is a gorgeous Aran craft sweater, one that is done in the finest merino wool. These are sweaters that are steeped in history and tradition, and you are literally wrapping yourself in this tradition and then continuing to tell the story of these beautiful stitches in the Aran craft sweaters. These were created specifically for us here at QVC. It's all about luxury and quality workmanship. At retail, you could pay close to $170 for a sweater like this. We have it at today's special value price of $109.95 and 5 easy pays of $21.98. I'll walk you through the colors and invite you to place your order. And also, if you'd like to share your story, you can call us. We'd love to hear from you. If you've collected these Aran craft sweaters over the years, we'd love to hear from you. The meadow green has been the most popular color. We started with about 7,000. We have 1,000 in regular and 550 in the petite. For the very first time, we are offering a full range of sizes, extra, extra small through size 3X, but please don't wait, especially if you want the meadow green. Next up is the midnight that I just slipped on. We have 1,800 regular, 800 of the petite, and that's it. And I'll give you specifics on the petite measurements in just a moment. Next up is the parsnip, always popular. It's the closest to like a natural color. 1,400 of the regular and 500 available in petites. Next is the soft gray. There are 2,000 regular, 800 in petites. And then this is the one that I had on earlier in the show, and that was the wineberry. We have 1,400 in the regular and 500 available in the petite. So this is all, again, created for QVC. So we're offering a full range of extra, extra small through size 3X in this particular sweater. And once again, like I said, 100% merino wool. It's the softest wool. It is designed to be not too heavy. It gives a natural kind of a wicking process, and that's because of the quality of the merino. So it keeps you warm without overheating you. These are all marled yarn. So as you're looking at them close, you can actually see the highs and lows within each color, which offers a lot of depth to them. And then we've got all of these beautiful stitches, which, as you all know, represent the story, if you will, of the Irish people. And I will give up an opportunity to Barry Cullen to kind of walk us through all of the symbolism of the stitches as I welcome you back. Happy St. Patrick's Day again, Barry. Nice to have you with us.
How are you doing, Jane? Good to be back. Good to be back. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you and everyone who's watching in America.
Thank you. So the tradition of Aran craft continues. It goes back to the 1950s and again continues to be a story of great quality and craftsmanship with a story of its own.
Well, the actual style of knitwear itself, Aran style knitwear, originally developed in the west coast of Ireland on these 3 small islands off the coast of Galway, which is the Aran Islands, where the knitwear gets its name. And that was Inishmore, Inishman, and Inisheer. And these would have been a very rugged climate, and the fishermen would be going out in their currachs to go out and catch their fish for the day. And their mothers and their wives, and they discovered that if they knit this very dense type of knitwear with these cables, and with this kind of various structures on it, what it did, the knitwear captured little pockets of air, and really what it kept the men warm even when they were getting sprayed by the winds out in the wild Atlantic Ocean. And then kind of by accident, people started noticing that these were actually very attractive stitches that they were coming up with, like the fisherman's cable and the honeycomb stitches. And certain families and people started to use certain good luck charms, almost, if you will, using these stitches in their garments, that they were supposed to really be to symbolize a wish for the fishermen to return safe and sound. And I suppose that's really what we've tried to take into the 21st century. This ancient almost kind of craft, and to give it a modern feminine twist. I suppose if we start on the garment, if we're going down from the placket here, you can see, first of all, you can see a lot of open front garments can actually just drape straight down. But if you see here, there's a curve that goes along here down as far as the empire line, and really that's achieved by having little additions of cables here and there as you're going down. And what that does is it means that when you get down as far as the upper line, you've perfectly framed your neck. You wanted to pair, if you're wearing a collared shirt, if you wanted to wear a piece of jewelry, it's not going to drape kind of in an unflattering manner. You've got this shaping that's going to come down below the bust line, and then as you can see, the cables kind of spread out a little bit as you're going down. There's more wool being added without you realizing it. And that's giving you that feminine shift that will then go over the hips.
Really beautiful. And of course, that cabling is integrated right into the pockets. You've got 2 patch pockets that are large enough for even some of the larger phones, Barry, to fit on top of. And then
we always try, we don't want you to be able to see a pocket until you put your hand into it, essentially.
Right, it's gorgeous. And I'm going to turn this around to the back and ask if you could walk us through the symbolism of each of the stitches in the soft gray, which is beautiful.
So the central one here is it's basically a larger version of what you see to the left or right. And this is a Celtic braid. And what we've done is we've expanded it out a little bit, and we've kind of added a little bit of kind of relief to it. And really what this Celtic braid is, this can be seen in these ancient tombs in Ireland called Newgrange, which are actually only about 5 miles away from where we're located now in the beautiful Slane Castle. These are these tombs that were older than the pyramids in Egypt. And these sorts of symbols can be seen carved into the walls of that. They're also seen in the famous Book of Kells, which was an illuminated manuscript of the 4 Gospels of the Bible. And so they're very recognizable, and what they represent is each of these little lines, as they intertwine, represents an aspect of your life. One could be your family, one could be your faith, one could be your community. And what they really do is every person is a combination of each of these individual strands, and and they're all combined to create the whole.
Isn't that amazing? And you know, over like maybe 10,000 stitches with like 16 different people touching these sweaters to create
easily.
them. And
every time there's a seam ends, a hand has to touch that stitch. So every time you've got a cuff, a side seam, a back neck seam, a label that's put on, every time that happens, every is packaged by hand, every garment is steamed, every piece of material is steamed once, and then the entire garment is steamed a second time by hand. So really, even though the panel might be knit on a machine, there's still so many hands put onto this and manual aspects to the creation of this.
Yeah.
But as you can see, like, all that hard work pays off when you see a garment.
Oh, absolutely. And you know you'll have this
That's
forever.
fantastic.
It's an heirloom quality that will be passed on to generations. I'm loving this on Anne and the parsnip. That's a great neutral color. She put this over a little dress. You know, I was thinking about the fact that we've got Easter just around the corner. Spring starts, I think, on Sunday. And then we'll be, you know, kind of planning our Easter wardrobe. And somehow it happens so often, Barry, that we end up having to wear coats on Easter. This would be the great little topper over your Easter dress or whatever you might be wearing. So I love the idea that we can get this and wear this for Easter. And by the way, 5'9" and wearing the extra small. And then there's our Kimberly wearing the very, very popular meadow green. She is 5'8" and wears this in the extra large. And once again, if you want that meadow green, please don't wait. I'm fewer than 900 in regular and fewer than 500 in the petite. And then I'm wearing it in the midnight. I'm 5'9.5", and I'm wearing this in the medium, which is my regular size. What I also love about this, and now 1,700 regular, 700 petites. Barry, there's no closure, so if I am thinking about getting this as a gift, all you need is a general idea of what size the person that you're purchasing for is, and then you don't have to worry about closing it.
I think buy true to size, but I think if a person would be normally thinking that they were going to buy a petite size, if they're looking for that little bit of extra length, maybe buy the regular size, because really what that's giving you is giving you an extra 2 inches on the sleeve and 2 inches in the length. So that it might just take it into just beyond into a little bit more, almost to a coat length for someone who might be petite. So you really have that flexibility. Well,
and I love the feel of the merino wool. I mean, to describe this as just the super softest wool against your skin, it's so luxurious. It has natural wicking properties, so it doesn't overheat you, and yet it does give you that feeling of that warmth on your arms. Not that we're as chilly as you are in Slane Castle, but there are times when I'm sitting at my desk in my own home where you get a little bit chilly and you just need a little something to throw over your shoulders. This is going to be perfect. So here's the update.
And for a transitional piece at this time of the year, this is something you can just throw on so easily. It doesn't have to be zipped, it doesn't have to be buttoned, nothing like that. It's something you can can keep in the car. It's perfect.
I
for
love
transition.
it. Yeah, so this is your soft gray. There are 1,900 in the regular and fewer than 800 in petite. And to Barry's point, you can see that soft curve that's knitted in, so it's going to fit beautifully. You can wear this with a crew neck, V-neck like I'm wearing, a collared shirt if you want. It's all engineered to give you a lot of versatility. Next, the meadow green. We started with 7,000 of this color. There are 800 regular, 500 of the petite, and we are just midday here, so please don't wait. As we get closer to the end of the day and the grand finale, we're going to be like probably counting down with like very few pieces left. This is the midnight, 1,700 regular, 700 petite. Here's your parsnip, 1,400 regular, 500 petite, and last but not least, we have the wineberry, 1,300 regular, 500 petite. And here's why you get it today. The price is $109.95. This could be a sweater that you would pay $170 for retail. You're saving $60 by picking that up today. Over 17,000 spoken for today, 10,000 remaining. And how many did you say in our show? 2,000 in our show, so definitely don't miss out on this.
Phenomenal. That's fantastic. Thank you, everyone, for making it work.
Of course. And here's Kathleen and Angela. So again, you can have an idea of how this is going to look on everybody. These are size and created for QVC, so extra small through size 3X. For the first time, we're actually offering a full range of sizes here. So we can continue on, Barry, talking about the beautiful workmanship and the stitches if you'd like.
I think, as we were mentioning, really, this is a beautiful sweater made from 100% merino wool. So really, if people have that idea that they don't like a wool sweater because maybe when they were young, they were given a wool sweater that was kind of itchy or scratchy or irritated their skin in some way. But as you can see, like I'm wearing the same wool here. I'm wearing a t-shirt. This is so comfortable against the skin, and this will be exactly the same. Like merino wool was the wool that Louis XIV of France reportedly had his undergarments made out of. So you know if it's soft enough for the undergarments of the Emperor of France, you know it's going to be beautiful in your sweater. It has all these amazing properties. We say we recommend dry cleaning. We actually recommend as little cleaning as possible for these sweaters because the less you do to them, the longer they will last you. The one thing, absolutely never put them into a washing machine, even if they say a wool wash or a hand wash. That's really what destroys the sweater. The most we should really recommend doing is the occasional spot cleaning is all you have to do. Or air washing is really what we recommend doing. Is like if you were sitting next to a barbecue or an open fire, that you might have a little kind of a bit of a smoke smell off it. We say just outside, on a balcony in your backyard, just put it at an airing horse out and leave it out for maybe 20 minutes, half an hour, and really. After that, fold it into a drawer, keep it out of direct sunlight for if when you're storing it, and it should last you a lifetime.
Yeah, and definitely keep them folded in a drawer or a closet. I've said this 100 times.
Oh, yeah.
Please do not hang these sweaters. They are meant to be folded. Care for them that way, and they will be around for generations. Once again, a 472432 is your item number. $109.95 is the price, and most importantly, 5 easy pays. So $21.98 to get this home on a credit card in 5 installments. And you're not going to find these anywhere else. This is where you'll find the most amount of colors in any of the Aran Craft sweaters. So even if you were to have the opportunity, right, to get to Ireland, you won't find it there.
Colors. And we deliver more colors to QVC than we do to any other customer. So no customer, including our own private range, has the amount of colors that we make for QVC, and that's a promise that we can stand by.
Yeah, and I love that you give us a silhouette that is so versatile, Barry. We can wear this over just a short sleeve t-shirt, wear this over a turtleneck, put this over the collared shirt, wear it over the dress like we saw. And I have a 3/4 sleeve top on underneath this, and it's the completer piece for my outfit today. So once again, the versatility is here, the fit is beautiful, the stitch work is impeccable, and of course it begins like the journey from the story of the stitches and all of the work that went into it from Ireland. into the journey that it will be on when you're wearing it. And I just love that, you know, we get to continue this storied history, and it really will be an heirloom piece.
I think the beautiful thing about this, if you've got a friend who maybe doesn't have an Irish connection at all, that just appreciates a beautiful piece of knitwear, this is something like